When the stately 17-year-old Grand Duke Nicholas Pavlovich first saw his future wife, the German Princess Charlotte, he was blown away by her fresh youth, charm and beauty. Sincere love is rare in dynastic marriages. Here is a different story. The future emperor won the heart of a European aristocrat, and the royal marriage turned out to be a true love story. The precious symbol of the cordial union was the exquisite Tiara, Russian beauty, about which today I want to tell you. Nicholas I idolized his pretty wife, and even his mother admired her daughter-in-law. At court, Tsarina Alexandra Fyodorovna, also adored, the poet Tchaikovsky called the wife of the emperor a genius of pure beauty. Well, and Pushkin, a famous connoisseur of female beauty, mentioned that Tsarina and Eugene Onegin, under her court nickname Lalla-Rouk. In luxurious clothes and jewelry, Alexandra Fyodorovna was incredibly good. As if soaked in the Russian atmosphere, from the European restrained maiden she blossomed into a Russian beauty. Perhaps that is why Emperor Nicholas chose a charming tiara in the form of a kokoshnik as a special gift, a symbol of their sincere love for each other, which was named Russian Beauty. In 1841, the talented jeweler Karl Edward Bolin finished work on a magnificent tiara made of platinum, diamonds, and large pearls. They appeared in the form of drops, as if the splashes of sea foam fell on the exquisite headdress and remained on it, swaying with mother-of-pearl pearls. Looking ahead, I will say that later the tiara will be sold abroad, and its fate will be unknown. But shortly before the sale, a photograph of the shining tiara was taken. Here is the rounded shape of the crown, indeed, reminiscent of a Russian kokoshnik. Filigree patterns of platinum in the tradition of Slavic lace, and the central row of magnificent pearls suspended from the base of the crown. Of course, the empress appreciated her husband's gift, which he presented from the bottom of his heart, and was delighted by the luxury of the pearl tiara. Lalla-Rouk was inimitable in the brilliance of any jewelry. Charlotte received her poetic nickname back in 1820 when the loving couple was in the royal castle in Berlin. The princes and princesses staged a performance based on the English poet T. Moore's poem Lalla-Rouk, about the love of a Bukhara prince and an Indian princess wizardess. Both main roles went to Nicholas and his fiancée. In the robes of the heroine and in the stones, Louise Charlotte broke off a storm of applause of the whole company. But let's return to the Russian beauty tiara. Like many jewels of the imperial family, the platinum tiara was sold to Western collectors in the 1920s. It was first owned by Mary Gladys, wife of the 9th Duke of Marlborough. Then Imelda Marcos, First Lady of the Philippines, who had her diamond crown confiscated by the state. Since then, the imperial treasure has disappeared from view. However, not everything is so sad. We can see that Sarah's thing with you not only on old photos. In 1987, a group of Soviet artists and jewelers undertook to create a replica of the famous tiara. The brilliant platinum copy turned out to be almost identical, with the same movable 25 beautiful pearls, with 1,000 purest diamonds. The masterpiece of Soviet jewelers still amazes the eyes of connoisseurs of precious beauty in the armory of the Kremlin, and reminds us of the past, of the sincere love of the autocrat Nicholas I and his only one, Lalla-Rouk.